Hey guys, it's your boy Duel here, back with another video. Today, I wanted to run you through the season pass and how to look at it and how to basically complete objectives and things of that nature. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So when you log into the game, I'm here in Kyovashad, or other people like to call it Kmart. You just press the U button. It'll immediately pull out the season journey, right? And so this is going to apply to basically every season that Diablo ever comes out with. Like Diablo 3, it was the same way. Obviously now we're in Diablo 4. Diablo 5, Diablo 6, whatever. I'm sure it'll be the exact same. We'll get through it here. So hit U. Here's the season journey. As you can see, I've already completed the season journey, and with the season journey, you also get the battle pass, or that's essentially what it is, right? It's a battle pass. If you've ever played Fortnite, you know what a battle pass is, okay? And as far as Diablo is concerned, they call it their premium battle pass, and really it's just a pass that you can buy. I think it's like $10 or something like that. You can go in and get all these premium cosmetics. I'll be honest with you, I buy it pretty much every season because I put enough hours into the game that I feel like I deserve these cooler-ish cosmetics than the base ones. So moving on, we've got our season journey and we've got our season blessing. We'll talk about season blessing here in just a second. So you click on season journey and it tells you, starting from the top here, what you need to do to complete each chapter. These are chapters. Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And every single chapter, starting from chapter 1, gets progressively more difficult as far as like challenge goes. And I will say, generally speaking, when you're playing through the season, most of these objectives that you'll end up doing, you'll just complete them just by playing the game. Like you'll log in and start your character. And again, this is a seasonal, so you can't do this on Eternal. Just want to make that clear for some people because they don't get that sometimes. And so yeah, you'll play the game and you'll unlock these objectives. Now, these objectives may be the same season to season, or they may not be. A lot of times they'll change it, and as they should, right? You don't want to be doing the same thing every single season, but sometimes they're not different. They're similar or they're pretty close. One thing I will say is the objective count, and this is important to note. So as you can see in chapter 1, I've completed 11 out of 11. I've completed all the objectives here. Chapter 2, I've completed 10 out of 10. Chapter 3, oh, something different here. I haven't completed the whole chapter. 10 out of 11, go to chapter 4. Completed 11 out of 11. Slayer, 9 out of 10. Champion, 10 out of 10. And Destroyer, 11 out of 11. Now, one thing I will say is that, as you notice here, I think it was chapter 3 is the only thing that I have not completed an objective on. Now, as far as I can tell, I believe you only need to complete, up until the last 2 objectives to complete a chapter. So basically what that means is you don't have to complete every single one of these things to get the chapter completed, to get the chapter rewards. So you can, for example, you can complete, I believe it's up to 9 objectives in this chapter. And it may just be for the last 3 difficulties here. And like I mentioned earlier, as you can see, as you go through each chapter, the challenges get progressively more difficult. Like a good example is here. Defeat beasts in the ice in Torment 4, summoned with a distilled fear from tier 31 or higher in Nightmare Dungeons. And if we go back down here to, let's say, maybe it's this one here. Reach level 75, right? That's easier to do than you come over here to Destroyer, which is reach level 100. You get the idea. So you run through, and you can start running through and doing other chapter objectives. Let's say I'm only on chapter 1, right? I can do objectives from 2, 3, 4, all the way up. You don't have to complete each one for the chapter progression to count for you. Now, there may be some weird instances where there's a bug and for some reason it doesn't complete, but in most cases, like let's say I did 10 hell breaches here in this case, and I'm only on chapter 1. It's not going to, I believe it's not going to show up here in the UI right away until you actually unlock the chapter. And then or it does show up, but it won't complete the chapter until you actually finish chapter 1, if that makes sense. But you can still passively complete a lot of these challenges. And so you might be asking, what's the point of seasons? Why do I want to do this? Well, the main thing is, when you're getting started for a seasonal character, if you don't know, you want the chapter rewards. That's the whole point. In Diablo 3, the main focus was to get through, the chapters so that you could get your seasonal sets and, get through the game and blast. This is not the case. They did something similar where they give you seasonal legendaries. And so that really can make or break your seasonal experience depending on if the meta builds, and by that I mean builds made by Woody Joe, Raxantarax, Rob, or Chronix, or anybody at Maxroll really. If the builds that they're building on Maxroll that are that are just dominating the game and just blasting through everything, if they happen to align with these chapter rewards, then obviously you'll want to get the seasonal powers as fast as you can. Now that may not always be the case. Maybe Blizzard says they want you to do pulverized build. It'll be great for leveling, but it's not going to get you far into the end game. Whereas for season 5 in this season, when you were getting chain lightning, I believe it was, they gave it to you in this. I don't remember which chapter it is. I couldn't tell you. They don't tell you what the rewards are directly, but it was one of these chapters. They give you that legendary that helps you basically progress if you're running a sorcerer. So you get the idea. Go through each chapter passively, play through the chapters. You don't have to complete every single objective. You have to complete most of them. So you can't just willy-nilly just do 5. Oh, I'll do 5 here, 5 there. No, you have to do, I believe you only have to do up to the last 2 of the objective. And somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe it's every chapter that is the case with, but it could just be the last 3 tiers here. And then also as you progress, as we mentioned at the beginning of the video, you'll get season blessings. Season blessings are basically passives that'll help you, get better gear, get more experience, and we'll just walk right through them here real quick. One thing I will mention is that these also change from season to season, so these may not necessarily be the same every single season, but for this case, here we are. I would say if there is one that's going to constantly be here every single season, it's going to be the XP. I don't think there's ever been... It'll be this one, the XP, which is general XP, and then you get your Paragon Glyph XP. Now, obviously, the way that they're doing Paragon Glyph XP in Season 6 is going to be completely different than how they're doing it this season. But in previous seasons, it was XP and Glyph XP. You always got those blessings up until, obviously next season. So these 3 here are different than what they were last season as far as I can tell. Infernal Hordes didn't even exist last season, so obviously that one's a new one. But as you progress through the battle pass, you'll get these smoldering ashes, and that's how you'll get your season blessing. You do not have to have the premium battle pass to get smoldering ash. It comes free with the game as you progress through the season, and that's just sort of how it works. So really, you want to basically go through the season journey, complete each chapter as fast as possible, get the seasonal powers that you may or may not need. Then you want to, while you're doing that at the same time, and I believe you just kill monsters and get experience in that. You'll just unlock the battle pass. I want to say, I think it took me to like level 80 until I got all of the premium battle pass. Maybe even less than that. Maybe it was like level 70. I don't remember. It's been a while. It'll be different for next season, of course, but for this season, or every season, up until Season 6, rather, it does not take that long to get through the premium battle pass. You do not have to hit level 100 to unlock the final battle pass. That I can recall. And obviously you can upgrade your accelerated. This is just not necessary. You do not need this. Just play the game, blast, play a meta build, as I mentioned. You'll blast through this. You do not need the accelerated pass. The meta build will accelerate you all the way through. Premium battle pass, obviously optional if you just want the cooler cosmetics. I personally do. I don't want to buy cosmetics from the shop, so I might as well just spend the money that it requires to unlock the premium battle pass to get the new cosmetics that they add to the game. I do this every season. I think it's worth it for the amount of time. If you're playing Diablo for the entirety of the season, I think it's worth it, but if you don't, obviously don't pick it up. But hopefully that covers it. This is obviously just for the Season 5 journey. I'm not going to go through every single objective here, but as you can see, most of this stuff is pretty easy to accomplish, unless you're just running your own build and you just, for some reason, cannot run, World Tier 4, or I guess in future seasons, it's going to be Torment 4. if you're not running a build that can handle that type of content, then you won't be able to finish the season journey. So my recommendation is play a meta build, or at least play a build that's strong enough to complete everything in the season. And obviously you want to get the battle pass filled out and premium battle pass if that's what you want to do. And then after that, if you don't want to run a meta build anymore, run a regular build, do whatever you want. But now you have the season pass, you have the journey. Most importantly, when you're starting an alt, these are the most important ones. Is when you're gonna want. I'm sure they'll change this for season 6 to buff this to Paragon. I actually do not think this will change. It'll just change the way, you know, where we level up our Paragon glyphs. And then obviously, I do not think general XP is going to disappear from this. I do not think this will change very much at all. It'll just be these 3 in the middle. I can be wrong. But Season Blessings is definitely what you want to aim to fill out as fast as possible, especially while you're leveling. And then if you level an alt, you'll get these bonuses, 20% and another 20% for your Paragon glyphs. So hopefully that covers it. This should apply to generally almost every single season. I obviously haven't seen the Season Pass for Season 6. We won't see that until, we probably won't even see the objectives for that come out until the week of, if not day of, release of the actual season. Once that comes out, if you want to see a video on how that works, I will definitely make a video about that. But for now, that's gonna do it here. So if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.